Alright everybody, in today's Peroxide video, I'm basically going to be talking about the insane potential of this game. Now, before I start this, just know that if you cannot take other people's opinions and you get frustrated at what other people think, this video might not be for you, because I might make some comparisons or state some opinions most of you guys might not like. So, if you have troubles with that, just click off. But without further ado, let's get started. So, in the near future, we're basically guaranteed to get bosses and items and all that stuff, but I want to go deeper into it. I want to talk about maybe some hopes that we have for the future of this game. So bosses, I hope these guys really go the extra step with the bosses. Now the bosses, they don't have to be insane, they don't have to be insanely strong. That's not what I mean by go the extra step. I mean just make it more like an actual game, add some cutscenes to it, add some special abilities to the character. Like, I'm hoping we can get a Yamamoto boss. I've never seen a actual Yamamoto boss in a Bleach game, so hopefully we can get something like that with like 3 stages. We fight him in his regular form, fight him in his Shikai form, Bankai form. We get to see East, West, stuff like that. Like that'd be pretty cool to do, especially a Yuhabak boss, the Quincy King. If we can get something like that and fight against a true almighty, that would be insane, even though it would be damn near impossible. If they do make this, there's no way to make the almighty balanced. I mean, they kind of did with the the Yuhabak race, but it's alright. If he just gets those 8 dodges, that would kind of be lame. He'd basically just be just another boss. But we're probably gonna have to get a little more updates on the Quincy before we can get him. I don't really expect to see Yuhabak until later on into this game. So yeah, now let's talk about the ability. So something that I strongly dislike about this game is how they do the abilities. I mess with the abilities from the anime. This game really just, they make their own abilities, which is absolutely fine, but I personally don't mess with it. I'd hope to see more abilities from the actual show. Like, what we got, the Odyssey. Like, what is the Odyssey, bro? Like Sternritters, Quincy's and all that. If you get a Shrift, like, you're overpowered. Not saying all Quincy's need something busted, but I'm just saying, like, this stuff don't match up. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal, of course, but it's just something that I personally like to see in the future. Hopefully we get the balance, stuff like that. Miracle, hopefully, even though that stuff is busted, they'd have to try and balance that out. I also hope to see more Soul Reaper stuff from the actual show, like Flower or Senbon Zakura or whatever you want to call it. We could get Ishin's, his flame type. Hitsuyaga. I'm not sure if Glacier is supposed to be his or Rukia. I'm not sure. It don't look like none, to be honest. Glacier is flame. Nah, I'm kidding with y'all, but hopefully we can get a more anime true abilities. Like, I know Rankar's got Stark's thing, that looks sick. I'm pretty sure they do have Yukiura's as well, which is also sick. So hopefully we can get more of those, because every single one I've seen in the game is amazing. Now let's talk about items. So recently they leaked a medallion. So the medallion is basically like how Sternritter snatched the Bankais. If you play Type Soul, you've definitely seen it before, or seen a clip, something like that, of a Quincy snatching a Bankai. Now that would be pretty crazy. I'm not necessarily sure how they'll do it in a game like this, because the thing with Type Soul is semi-hardcore in a way. So you lose your Bankai for an hour or whatever, that's pretty normal. But in this game, I mean, they could do the same like that, but that would be kind of, that would be kind of lame if they did the same thing. If they maybe did, like, you can fight your spirit again, or you gotta get a certain item to get your stuff back, that would be pretty cool. But of course, getting the medallion for the Quincy's would have to be hard as well, because I mean, everybody's just gonna have their Bankai snatched and they're gonna be fighting the same boss for a long time. So I don't know how they do that. I'm betting the process of even stealing it would be such a pain, and you wouldn't even get it for that long. You'd probably get it for a day or so. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So next thing I want to talk about is game modes. So the thing about game modes, they're extremely fun. I think everybody pretty much enjoys them. It's probably the only fun end game thing you could pretty much do in this game. Not throwing any shade, of course, to the game itself, but the end game is a little dry right now, but that is to be expected because the game literally just released. But you know, all I have to say about the game modes is just make them more accessible to people. You know, not have us have to, you know, wait a couple hours for a time gate to open up. Even though it sticks around, you know, such a long time, it's just not worth the hassle to, you know, go all the way to the time gate just to run up a quick match of domination with, you know, your friends or whatever. So, you know, I'm hoping they could either put that in the main menu or something, even though it probably won't happen, or you know, I'm also hoping they add some more game modes. Like, I have a pretty big recommendation, you know, most likely not gonna happen, but I would like to see a actual good war game mode. I don't care what any of you guys say, Type Soul's war game mode is not a war, bro. It is team deathmatch. They're not the same. Now, when I think of an actual war game mode, I don't think it's just team versus team, whoever has the most kills or has the point capture the longest wins. Nah, like, I'm thinking like an actual war. Like, my idea is, you know, so for example, Soul Reapers versus Quincy's. Now, let's say 15 Soul Reapers, and if they can, maybe like 30 Soul Reapers within the Soul Society, preparing defenses, stuff like that, getting information on their enemies, spying from the outside, seeing what the Quincy's are doing from the outside, stuff like that, training, all that. You could even reset everybody's stats to 0, give them a certain specific role in the war, you know, fighter, builder, healer, stuff like that. You know, Quincy's, they can find breaches in the walls, and their main objective could be, you know, this team kills this person, this team you know, destroys this team, you know, collects this. You know, they can do tons of stuff that's never been done before. You know, it's like, I don't know what's the thing with these, you know, developers. You know, it's either they're not creative or they just can't do it. You know, those two are a big difference. So I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, bash any developers, you know, for not doing specific things, because personally I don't know how it is, but it would be really cool if, you know, we can get something as detailed as that. Alright, y'all, before I conclude this video, I do want to touch up on why, you know what I'm saying, certain games do not reach their potentials. Like, I've come across 4 games within just this 1 month that have, like, that will never reach their potential because of one of two things. The devs are either really shitty, or the game's just not pushing out consistent updates. Now, I know most devs are young and they don't have time to be, you know, deving their whole entire, you know, life. But if, you know what I'm saying, communities can just get reassurance that, you know what I'm saying, they have a responsible developer slash owner that will push out big content updates once a month or once every 1.5 months, like that would be a big game changer, because once the community gets that reassurance, they're going to be looking forward to that next update. But a lot of devs are just inconsistent with the times they're releasing updates. GPO. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, the inconsistency really gets it. Now, like, some games just are terrible with it, you know. Like, they'll release consistently for, you know, once a week or something like that, and then out of nowhere, you know, we won't just see another update for a month. So as long as we can get, you know, a time on, or like a, you know what I'm saying, estimate on when we're gonna get this update, or, you know, any update in general, that would be a big game changer, no matter if it's a month or a week, you know, wait time. As long as we know we're gonna get something, and, you know, there's stuff to grind for, that is a big thing. So, you know, hopefully Peroxide can get this done. The devs have been amazing to us, you know, they're great. So I don't feel like they're just gonna turn on us and start being trashy to us, you know. Like, it's all about consistency now, and if they can complete that, then they could definitely be up there with games like Blox Fruits. Even though Blox Fruits is trash, in my opinion, of course, it's still up there, and, you know what I'm saying, we all gotta respect that. It's the biggest anime game right now. But yeah, man, that's about it for today's video. You know, let me know you guys' thoughts on the potential of this game, you know, the possibilities. I love to see you guys' ideas. Like I said earlier in the video, you guys get very creative, and it doesn't get enough exposure or anything like that, and it's kind of unfortunate because, you know, like I said, you guys have some great ideas, and, you know, people just don't see them because, you know, you're not a YouTuber or something like that, or not someone significant in the Discord. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, this is y'all's time to share in the comments. Even though this video may or may not, you know what I'm saying, get views, I'd still love to see, you know what I'm saying, what you guys have to say. that's about it. Peace.